Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
I'm appalled at what you said on that pod thing. It's disgusting.
This is the After the Show podcast. It's where we get honest and real with yo ass. So sit back, relax, have a blast, because it's time for the After the Show podcast.
Yeah, hello and welcome to your Thursday KVJ After the Show podcast. Good morning. Getting all ready for the weekend here. Got a lot of fun stuff going on. I was all excited yesterday when I got online to buy my tickets to go see the Savannah Bananas, a wacky baseball team coming to the ballpark at the Palm Beaches, and then it said, sorry, man, we're sold out. We'll put you on the waiting list, but it doesn't look good. So just letting people know they are going to be here Friday and Saturday, but probably not going to get tickets if you don't have them already. Jason said, I actually signed up last summer to get an early ticket lotto type situation for tickets. They sent me a bunch of emails telling me to get ready to buy them, and then they sent me a code, and I was allowed to buy 4 tickets. So I'm going Friday night with my family. I'm super excited. Hopefully you find some tickets, and maybe we'll see you at the game. Jason in Deerfield.
Wow. Get it, Jason.
Yeah.
But he got on the list last year.
Last year, the demand of these tickets now. It's crazy.
They said, hey, Ricky, we'll see you in 2024.
That's it. No, that's what I got. And then,
we don't care about your TikTok that went viral.
No. No,
Oh.
No, that's crazy. I mean, this is only the second time they've been here. They sold out last year, and now the demand is like a year out.
Well, in your video, it is packed to the brim, baby.
It was, yeah. It was full. I went there on the Friday night last year, and it really just blew my mind. It's basically the Harlem Globetrotters, which is a goofy basketball, but this is just the Harlem Globetrotters goofy baseball edition.
I've been wanting to throw the baseball around. You want to catch me, the little bullpen?
You should actually go try for the Savannah Bananas. I think you'd be good on that.
I would love to play.
So, no, he doesn't want to play catch with you.
Kevin, would you want to play catch?
Oh.
What they'd done, and I'd heard one of the Savannah Bananas interviewed, and this was a guy that had played baseball, and he was decent, but it was pretty clear that he was not going to be signing a massive Major League Baseball contract. And they just asked him, they said, hey, what do you think about being an entertainer? And he was like, you know what? That doesn't sound too bad. And so he plays well enough, and that's what it is. These guys they play well enough, but they're all into the synchronized dancing and the goofy skits and all that.
I love it.
And they embrace it.
It's a fun way to live, stress-free. You still get to be kind of involved in baseball. The crowd loves you.
Yeah, if you don't care about winning and you're just able to hit the ball.
Bird, I think he's right. You belong on the Savannah Bananas.
I could rip some titties out there.
Yeah, I think you'd be awesome for it.
I think they should have guest appearances from local celebrities, and that is where you'd probably steal the show from the Savannah Bananas.
There's so much goofy on that field. You get lost in the goof. It's a lot, Virginia.
Oh, no. Your goofy star shines bright.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Get 'em, Pickles.
That's right. It's all over it. I got some other emails about things that you might watch. This was a soccer documentary that I just seen the previews of, and I haven't tracked it down yet, but it is kind of on my radar. It's the Welcome to Wrexham, and it has got in it Ryan Reynolds, and it's about how he went in with a dude and bought a soccer team. And I saw with Apple TV bringing back their 3rd season to Ted Lasso coming up, which is good. And I wouldn't think I would have liked a soccer show. So that's why I'm kind of thinking maybe Welcome to Wrexham might be it. And Cesar from Green Acre said, this show is quite successful. It was a direct Hulu production. It came to be because of Rob McElhenney from Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And more recently on Mythic Quest on Apple TV, he decided he wanted to own a sports team, and he ended up picking this team because of its history. But then he quickly realized that he couldn't do it on his own because of financial demand and star power. So he reached out to somebody that he knew would be more financially capable and had the star power, and that was Ryan Reynolds. They were basically, it sounded like Instagram friends.
Huh.
And Ryan Reynolds jumped in. He said it's 18 episodes. Most are, less than 30 minutes, with 2 hitting 44 minutes. It's a great docuseries about a community, an underdog team, and 2 people who become fast friends. And the scores that you read from Rotten Tomatoes are legit. It was like a 97 or something like that. They're both in the 90s.
Very cool.
And then Jesse had said, yeah, the show's very good. Fallen in love with Rob McElhenney. And the show follows him taking ownership of the club, as he had said. It also showcases the differences between Ryan and Rob, which is fun. Fun fact, you'll learn in the show, Rob and Ryan became friends on Instagram. Rob reached out to Ryan about partnering to purchase the club. So crazy. And because of the show, I'm now totally invested in Wrexham, and I can't wait for season 2. And I really think Kevin would enjoy it. Well, thank you very much. We got a rebuttal here from Brandy about You on Netflix. Just come out.
Oh, yeah, I saw a lot of people defending your boy. You're going on a rant.
I don't like it.
I saw a lot of people go, oh, it's so nice what he's doing. It's sweet.
Whatever. I want the weird sex scenes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in fact, one person had sent this meme that was doing well. Says, Penn Badgley requesting to have 0 intimacy scenes moving forward with any of his projects because he respects his marriage too much and feels it's unnecessary to both his public image and acting is the only thing that brings me hope for men today.
The only thing for men?
That's
all
the
right.
only thing.
That's a bit dramatic. You can't. All right, you lost me.
I know way too much about Penn. So his wife was posting on social media yesterday a picture of Penn petting their cat, their feline, their pet. And as Penn leans in to pet the cat opens his legs. And Penn's wife put the caption, "This is how all of us feel about Penn Badgley because of what he's done."
Oh, good God. It's going to be a big gender war. Don't worry.
I disagree. I don't want to bang Penn Badgley in real life.
Yeah.
I loved the character on You. I loved Joe. I loved dirty, weird, creepy Joe. Now that he's not dirty, weird, creepy Joe, I don't know if I'm interested.
Angie from Hollywood in the chat room, she said, this whole thing's dumb. It's acting. If he and his wife can't handle it, find another profession.
Thank you. I hate hearing actors bitch, kind of like radio people bitching. But I really don't take the fucking role.
Yeah.
I never.
You don't get to change Joe Goldberg, okay? He's dark, he's creepy, he's weird. He does weird things.
Or 7 years later, oh, I can't believe I did that role. And well, then don't do the role.
Joe murders women. He bangs them, stalks them, creeps them out, and then murders them. And now all of a sudden he's woke.
Every comment I saw, it was defending, this is great. Kind of like that email. It was, this is my only hope for men.
So dramatic.
It's very dramatic, Kevin.
First of all, there's no hope for men.
There ain't no hope for women either. By the way, we're all fucked.
Oh, we are figgity fucked.
So Brandy says, I want to talk about You on Netflix. V, you keep saying it's a character betrayal and the show has lost you and there's no sex scenes. I understand it may be considered a character betrayal because Joe typically grooms and stalks his partners, but throughout the season, he has always kept to the idea that he is the good guy and he only kills when necessary and he wants to be better. We saw that in the last season, especially when Love went nuts. This season, he moved somewhere where no one knows him, adopted a new identity, and falls in love with a new crowd of Brits, one of which he definitely does have sex scenes with. Lots of sexual tension between them throughout the show, and someone is using his own game against him. Now, instead of Joe being the stalker, he's being stalked. It's fascinating to see this side of him that he has always tried to be, but somehow gets involved with being framed for murder, helping to cover up murders, and a new lover who he unintentionally stalked by trying to protect her from the killer who is playing his game against him. I think if you haven't actually watched all the episodes of the first part, you definitely should. Next part is in March, and I can't wait.
I haven't watched all the episodes. I'm only 1.5 episodes in, and I turned it off. And maybe you're right. I had other people texting me, which I've been talking a lot about you.
I know, a little too much.
A little too much.
If you ask,
I don't care about you that much. And now I'm in text threads about you, but here we are. I'll keep watching it, but I like Dirty Joe.
Okay.
I miss Dirty Joe.
Mm-hmm. It feels
less
different.
dark and sexy. Like Dirty Joe made me think weird things that I had never felt before.
Oh, yeah?
don't let her trick you. It ain't nothing that
I'm
over
giving
the
you the
top.
truth. I'm just telling you the truth right now. I know you're trying to not understand my moment, but you're the problem with men.
Vanilla Virginia.
Joe made me think things.
He kissed someone's neck, and Mom was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so moist." It was nothing that over the top. It was nothing over the top. Yeah.
You need to go watch season 1. Maybe you would like it.
I watched you. I watched the first season.
I thought Dirty Joe was hot.
Yeah, so I've heard. I didn't want to bang him like Virginia did. It was all right. It's good. People like it. I get it.
Okay.
But I know what Virginia means when you're watching something and things start to seem a little bit different in the storyline.
Yeah.
It does. I don't know
there.
about the youth thing, but we saw that with Game of Thrones that last season. You started going, man, the fucking queen wouldn't act like that. Oh, she's got a heart now.
It was like someone who had never seen the series wrote the final season.
Yeah, you're not that evil that long and all of a sudden have a change of heart.
Yeah.
Joe murdered every woman. He murdered them. And now when he met an African-American girl, he decides he doesn't want to murder her and let her go. I want him to murder white women, black women, Asian women. I don't want him to
to kill them
change.
all.
He doesn't get to change to be socially a justice warrior. I want Joe to be Joe. I want him to be dirty and weird and awful. And
He's not allowed to be the good person he wants to be.
no, he can't be a good guy. It's weird to me that he changed.
Okay.
I don't know.
One thing I did see that was a positive for me, at least, I like that show Yellowstone that they show on Paramount, and there's rumor that Kevin Costner might be leaving the show because of a conflict that he has with a movie that he's working on. And I was like, oh, man, does that mean they're just ending the show? Because I love Rip Wheeler. And apparently it won't end right away if he does leave. So it will take a little bit of time. But I don't know. I feel like Kevin Costner's a pretty necessary part to all of it. You know what? Even though you may not tune in just for him, he is the spoke in the wheel, Virginia.
He's the straw that stirs the drink.
He is, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
I don't know.
And he's so good looking.
I know you're a big fan.
That man has gotten better with age.
I think Virginia needs to get laid. Oh my God.
Don't you tell me
Can
what
someone-
I need to do. Just like a man.
You ain't water, Kev? Can someone cool her down? Good
I know,
God.
right?
Mama needs
Yeah,
that.
Mama,
yeah, Mama wants that shit.
Come on, Bo Durham.
I want Dirty Joe, Kev.
And Outer Banks drops next Friday on Netflix. A new season.
What is that, season 3 now?
Yes, that is.
Y'all wanted me to get into that. I will watch it.
You have to go in with the right mindset.
Don't expect too much. But
Yeah.
it's fun.
It's fun, goofy. Like I said, it had the feeling of a Scooby-Doo mystery to me.
It's Goonies-esque.
Yeah.
The kids are a little older than the Goonies kids.
Imagine that you're getting ready to go on a blind date. All right, so don't expect too much. And
That's every blind date.
You're right. Mm-hmm. Don't expect too much.
Don't.
But I will tell you, the show has got hot teenage girls, Bird, and I know,
Yeah.
I know how you feel about that.
I make one Brenda Lee comment, not even a joke. I thought she sounded hot, but she was from the 50s. So
I think the word you used was porkable.
I've never said porkable about Brenda Lee ever. Fuck you. Speaking of you, fuck you.
You. Got some emails about the Mad Mama drama that we had today. It was apparently a teacher might have brought in something pornographic to school, and this Mad Mama was wanting some information about it because there was a rumor going around school. Her daughter had told her, and when she contacted the school, they said it was a personnel issue, and she had to file some other kind of paperwork, which she did, and she clarified a little bit more. She said that basically we did confirm that he was looking at swinger websites. It was web searches that he was doing. He was looking for desirable locations to fulfill naughty desires, and confirmed he was telling students he could be the next so-and-so, which is, I think, the other teacher that got relieved of their duty because they were doing inappropriate things. The teacher was not fired, from what I understand. He only received a verbal warning.
Yeah, you can't go on swinger websites.
And then tell your high school students about your need to swing.
You can't do that shit.
You are so dumb.
And the fact that you cannot get off the swinger website while you're at work, just during the school day.
Bruh, focus.
Bruh,
We can't focus on science.
And motherfuckers are texting you, defending him? What?
You'll get a lunch break. Can't you feed the beast then?
I mean, yeah, go to your car, drive down the street or something. You gotta go on the swinger websites while you're at class.
So some people are defending the
that.
teacher. It's kind of crazy.
They're
It's
defending
insane.
that he was doing that during school and then talking to students about it. If you defend that, you have lost your damn mind.
Gina said, just to look at things factual or logically, any person's phone could potentially be used for porn. So if that's the case, then nobody can bring phones to school anymore. For instance, if you have a personal photo, even in a locked folder, it's still porn.
Look, there's ways to be able to tell on your server if you are watching porn during school hours. That you can figure that out.
Right.
If you're watching porn or doing anything like that during school hours
Looking for
as a
swinger,
teacher,
yeah.
I can't believe have I lost my fucking mind?
It could be on your laptop. It could be on your phone. Whatever.
could be
but
there.
It could be there, but you're not actively looking at it, and
Right.
it's not any of your focus during school hours while you're on the property.
And you're not engaged in discussions with your students about it.
Duh.
That's how they found out he was doing it, because he talked to the students about it.
And Leslie said, well, what if a teacher just confiscates porn from a student and then places it in their desk?
That's different.
Well, that is
Totally different. I can't believe how many porn defenders. You guys, you should form a Justice League. Really?
None of us are saying you can't have the porn on your phone. If you're actively watching porn and doing swinger shit as a teacher during teaching hours, that is not the right strategy. And I can't believe I have to fucking say that.
I feel like we're in the minority on our opinions.
I don't give a shit.
The world is gone to shit.
It's odd, isn't it? Like, so what, teacher?
Okay, go
looking
ahead.
at graphic porn in front of
Fine,
kids.
you know what? Watch your titties and clitties during math integers. Go do it then.
Just put it on, watch it with the kids.
I'm not going to be able to do fractions if there's titties and clitties.
Well, I mean, if I knew my math teacher, all right, Jason, what's the answer to number 3? And he's looking down at his phone and he's watching titties and clitties. I don't think he's in the game. I don't think he's really about math.
Oh, he's about multiplying.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I am old-fashioned.
You are not old-fashioned. I am 100% with you. The world is lost its mind.
Call me old-fashioned. I don't want my kid's teacher watching titties and clitties as he's...
Are people messing with us?
I don't.
Do they just want to see us come unglued? Y'all won.
If that's what he legit...
I think we've had about 5 or 6 different comments that have been like, come on, guys, this is ridiculous. What are you guys doing?
What?
They're getting it twisted. They're saying, well, what if it's on... I'm telling you. They're thinking if it's on your phone.
It's
you're gonna
not.
Get that's not what we're saying. We agree with you. You can have titties and clitties on your phone.
Yeah.
You can't actively watch that shit when you are in the school. I'm sorry. You can't do it in fucking radio. In radio, we're the lowest form.
You're sitting at your desk, you've got swinger websites up, and a kid comes up to ask you a question like, oh, whoa, hey.
You're dumb
and
as
then they're
rocks.
like, yeah, probably shouldn't be doing I'm going to be the next Mr. So-and-so. And that sounds like what happened.
Get the fuck out of here.
I know. I'm sorry, man. Like I said, we're just going to have to agree to disagree on that.
I'll take that loss with the people then.
Yeah, because that sounds a little crazy. And Dana says, as a teacher, you have to be more aware of what you bring. Anything you bring, personal baggage or desk items, are subject to searching. Don't bring shit if you don't want others to see. So yeah, it seems odd to say, but yeah, don't bring your filthy adult materials to school. Just
If you accidentally done it, that's a different story. Please don't get that part twisted.
people just can't.
This motherfucker was actively
guys,
watching.
don't be ridiculous.
Yeah. He's just bopping his baloney. Oh, it's the big deal. It's 2023, guys.
And apparently talking to kids about it.
What the shit?
I
am. I'm aging out of Earth.
He was jerking off, but it was under his desk.
Right.
The kids couldn't see his dick.
Guys, he was still teaching the lesson. The kids learned.
Yeah, you don't know how stressed he was. Crazy.
Y'all be wild out there. Oh, no.
I just think it's been a miscommunication, Virginia. That's what I really think
I
you said.
hope.
I think it is. I think the tone of the email, because I can see how that could happen, where I could accidentally bring something and not realize it, and that person should not lose their job. Yes, they get the lecture, dude, you're a teacher, be a little bit more careful. Now, if you are just spanking that thing, I'm not saying he was spanking it.
Okay, let's see. We got
He wanted to.
a lot of comments people have about our opinions and lives. Cam said, love you, Virginia, big fan. But you have passed the time that stupid drinking is okay. If you can drink one drink only once in a while, that's normal drinking. If you've gotten sloppy drunk more than once in the past year, it's time to hit an AA meeting and explore why you can't have fun without alcohol.
They'll never take me alive.
I mean, I wish I could have told. I wish I could have tackled you to not type this email, just to save you some
No
time.
judgment here, just care. I speak from experience. Well, now that's an interesting statement that they are making in there, because if you have gotten sloppy drunk more than once in the past year, so in 12 months, if 2 times you got a little hammered. I guess what's the definition of sloppy drunk? Because I've had many variations where I'm like, yeah, I'm probably drunk. And then, I've shit myself. So, so where...
I never shit myself when I was drunk. I did shit myself hungover one day.
So, God. So, where are we with your definition on that?
That whole thing about us telling and opening up about everything, I don't know if that's such a good idea. Maybe there's some things we should keep.
I didn't shit on you. What are y'all belly hurt about?
I don't know. I had to hear about you shitting all over the place.
It was an accident.
Yeah, I don't know what the parameters are and when you would tell someone to go and seek help for your drinking, but if that were the parameters,
It's
then
when you
I'll be going there with you, Virginia.
It's when you when the mood changes. If you're a mood changer.
The only place you're going with me is to the bar. We ain't going to no meeting.
If the atmosphere of the room changes because of you, that's what, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. Same thing with me. If I drink too much.
Yeah.
Virginia's looking at me right now, so I think she wants to fight me.
I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
No, I'm dancing around it because you have a problem.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
I may have a problem, but I'm not changing. Here's the deal. I like me. I'm happy over here.
Yeah, so there you go.
If you've got a problem, remove yourself from the equation.
Virginia's her. She's living her life.
Most people think it's funny.
Except for Panda and the bike race we found out today.
Well,
that day wasn't fun.
That was dark night.
Hey, Kev, is he here? Well, then fuck him.
I don't see him running.
Jacob, he sent this in. He said, so I've been wondering about semaglutide for a while now, and I recently heard some alarming stats about where some of the weight loss from the drug actually comes from. If it turns out you don't exercise or maintain a healthy diet, as much as 34% of the weight loss comes from lean muscle, connective tissue, and bone density. I personally have battled with overeating, so the idea of a miracle weight loss pill sounds appealing, but apparently work is still required to maintain a healthy body. And Virginia is insane, by the way. So.
and by the way, P.S., she ain't changing.
I don't like working out, but I have been doing it on the semaglutide. I walk, I do push-ups, I do squats.
You still doing those ass squats?
Yeah, I do the bare minimum, though. I mean, I do like 30, 40, 50 a day. I don't do a lot. I do the push-ups. And I walk probably more than anything else, but that's sporadic, too. I don't know what to tell you. I'm doing the best I can over here. I don't want to be a complete fat ass.
Yeah.
And whenever I hear about, ooh, this may be a way to cut corners, my problem was food consumption. I don't know what your problem is, but mine was food consumption. I'm going through menopause, obviously, and I wanted to eat everything in sight. I started taking the semaglutide, and now I don't want to eat everything in sight. And so I lost, 10 pounds super fast. I've hovered and plateaued right around there. You know, I've lost maybe like 13, 14 pounds total, but I'm on my period right now, and that's fun. And so I feel like I'm super bloated, and I'm probably carrying more weight from that.
It's like the third time I heard about her period today, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
If I have to go through it, you have to go through it.
I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I guess it'll be interesting. They'll find out a little bit longer, but I know the Queen had lost a good bit of weight doing her stuff. And so, yeah, I mean, you probably will. That's one thing I have learned with weight loss is you will lose different things. You always want to try to lose the right things, and losing muscle is not the plan, because I have seen people that they drop pounds and they're so proud of themselves. I'm like, you know what? I think you kept all your fat, which is...
You kept your fat and you lost your muscle.
Yeah, which is an interesting mix, but I've seen that happen before. It can happen. So
it can.
Something to look into.
They're really coming for you today, huh?
I'm not phased one bit.
She's all good.
I am drunk right now, so...
Yeah, that helps.
I'm just kidding.
Got one email here. It says, I had my doctor's appointment yesterday at the gynecologist at 9 a.m. And as he is telling me to put my feet in the stirrups, all I can hear in my head is Virginia saying, "Open up, sweet baby." I'm traumatized.
I say that a lot to myself. I'll be at home and I'll open up the microwave and I go, "Open up, sweet baby."
Yeah.
I should have stirrup covers made with my face on them, and it says "Open up, sweet baby."
Yeah.
Because those little places where you put your ankles, they do a lot of times have like a little cover on them.
That could be effective. That could be your next marketing
sweet
thing.
Baby.
I know Virginia's got a lot of marketing ideas here lately. You could do that. I know you want to open up Jay Bird's Dinosaur Garden for weddings.
I do. I think that we can make a lot of money. I love a side hustle.
Mm-hmm.
It's the third time she's pitched this to me. I had nowhere to run. It was the elevator. And she did not want to. She loves this idea of opening up my house as a wedding place.
Just the backyard.
So people can do dinosaur wedding garden. I am getting a lot of requests, though, for people that want to do weddings back there.
Just the backyard. Your house will be off limits. The house will be where I prepare the catering. Outside, we'll tent it. We'll put tables and chairs. I'll put a bar. I can build like a little hoopah.
A what?
Like a little place where you get married under, like a little gazebo.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay.
It'd be lovely. And I'll split the money with you 50-50.
How much do you charge?
We got packages starting at $4,000.
$4,000?
Yep. But it comes with everything. Tables, chairs, catering, open bar.
All right, so if you got that kind of money, then Virginia will listen. She's renting Jay Bird's place out now.
It's only for the hour for $4,000. It goes up if you need more than an hour of the space.
Okay. All right, so you got this all worked out.
Yeah.
You think she's kidding until she starts to talk.
Yeah.
Because this is different, because she's on the microphone. I get
Right.
it. She's singing for her supper. She's doing her witch act. In the elevator, there's nobody there. It's just me and her.
Mm-hmm.
She's serious in there. And that's why I emailed you that. I go, she won't shut the fuck up about it. She's being serious. She reached out. She's dropping names like Jerry Soma's got.
Oh, yeah.
Got
He's
equipment.
got tables.
Yeah.
You remind me of a relative I have.
Would it be the Juicy Daddy?
Yes, he always has ideas like, they go, it would be cool if you open up your backyard for a sub shop or something.
Follow me.
Dad, no.
The Juicy Daddy could officiate the wedding.
He would just have to get his license.
He is such a distinguished man and a name in this town. I think the Juicy Daddy marrying you would be huge.
Jean's got a lot of ideas going around here. I know she wanted to bring in your childhood crush, despite the fact that she has a boyfriend.
What an awkward segment that turned out to be, right?
Yeah, to surprise you. Yeah, to come in here and be like, hey,
Kevin
surprise.
wouldn't let me. Kevin wouldn't let me surprise you.
What do you mean? Oh, I love it.
She pitched it. I was
what,
like,
what reasonable, wise thing did Kevin do?
I'm like, that could be really awkward and kind of fall flat.
Wait, what did she want to do? She wanted to bring her.
Yeah, she's going to just open the door and be like, here she
Surprise,
is.
she's here.
And have her
My
walk
childhood
in.
crush when I was in third grade or second
That
grade.
you haven't seen since
So she would
second grade.
So she would have been sitting here as she's explaining how she actually has a boyfriend and that she's trying to hook you guys up.
She kind of, in the beginning before the show, she kind of saw. She's fucking crazy, man. She is. If y'all don't know what we're talking about, please go back to the opening segment today when It does get a little awkward. At least for me, it was internally.
I thought it was great.
Well, you're selling it as if she was single.
Well, she's not married.
She has a boyfriend, dog. That's such a dicky thing to do.
I don't know him.
She don't care.
Look, man, no one can control her. She is getting.
I know.
You have to admit, Kev, and just blink if you agree. 'Cause I know. Virginia is getting progressively fucking out there. She's getting a little bit crazy.
It's getting worse, you're saying.
Don't you think? No.
Well, I'm stacking all these ideas because she's had many on top of each other, and I'm looking at this. There's a pattern. I know she's got a big road trip planned for you guys. When is that coming up?
So I want us to go back to St. Augustine to go see Willie Nelson perform, and that would be Friday, February 24th.
Oh, so that's like next weekend?
Right after Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
I can't really do it that night, and
Well, you're not liking any of Virginia's ideas,
that's
Bird.
not true. Completely.
She's got so many great ideas for you.
But
What else do you want to shoot down? Wet blanket?
She doesn't ask me. She just will go on the air.
Yeah.
Remember how she did the Willie Nelson thing? Didn't even ask me if there's anything going on. She goes, all right, Willie Nelson's going to be on the 29th, whatever the date is, and we're going to be going to St. Augustine, blah, 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 and that's what we're doing. And if you even dare to question anything, you can kind of hear the earth start to shake a little bit. The seas boil.
Yeah.
All right, you don't have to go.
And then this happens.
Yeah, then
and
it
then
just
she turns
turns.
Italian and throws a pizza of guilt at me.
So sad. She's now just destroyed that you're not into it like she
Willie
is.
might die. If Willie dies before I get to see him, I will be pissed.
It's all your fault, Bird.
I get it. We'll talk. We'll talk, Virginia.
It's all your fault.
It always is.
And Virginia, you told me that you've also put together a Mardi Gras costume.
I do, and it's also a side hustle. Do you want to see it?
You're going to make money on this?
Well, I hope I do.
Okay.
So I got this cool contraption. It's called the wine rack.
Okay.
And it's a bra,
Yeah.
but inside of the bra, it fits a whole entire bottle of wine. So just imagine how much liquid would fill in here, and then put it like under the titties. It make the titties look bigger.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Which I know you're a fan of. And so then it's got a hose.
Yeah.
And so I can release the beverage, whatever it is. It'll come out of this hose, and I can fill up cups of beverages. And then I had this apron made.
Right. Okay.
And it says
Titty coffee, $50.
$5. It's
It
$5.
kind of looks like $50 a little bit.
It's a coffee bean.
I see what you're saying.
Titty coffee, $5.
Wow.
So I'll sell titty coffee on the street.
Okay.
Yeah, make a little side cash.
Titty coffee.
Look, man.
Okay, so how are you? You're going to make money off of the wine rack too?
This is where I put my titty coffee.
And the wine rack. So is that the brand, the wine rack?
It's called the wine rack, but I'm going to fill it with coffee and Kahlua.
Boy, I tell you what, if this was Shark Tank, I wouldn't say this would be the smoothest of rounds. But here's what I would say. Look how happy she is talking about wine. She's beaming.
Titty coffee.
That email about AA and stop and drink. Look at her.
I
She's
know.
fucking glowing.
Yeah.
It's going to be so fun.
You can't stop that.
No, you're right. You're right. Okay, so she's had a lot of ideas.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. My favorite was titty coffee. I thought that was. That's where you're on. You're on brand there.
It'll be fun. And maybe I'll make some money. Maybe I won't. But I'll make new friends at Mardi Gras. It is fun to have interactive things. It's an interactive costume. And I enjoy that.
I wonder how much money the wine rack people made off of that.
They probably made a good penny.
So much money. Well, because people get all fucked up on wine and then go order the wine rack on the internet.
Yeah, for a friend or something like that. Yeah, I think they're the same company who did the beer belly.
Okay.
And it was the same thing, but it was a fake fat belly for beer. But the odd thing is you see somebody and they're just slowly getting skinnier throughout the day. And you're like,
well, the thing about like the beer belly that I don't like is I don't want to put beer or wine in there because my body heat is going to heat it up.
Right.
That's why I went titty coffee, because if your body heat heats up the coffee a little bit, it's fine. Warm coffee with Kahlua is just lovely.
Yeah, I think that plays better because, you don't want to be cold with cold beer hanging on you, and you don't want to drink warm beer. So, yeah, that's the problem I've always had with that concept.
I thought this through. Titty coffee, a little bit warm, is good.
Okay.
No, I think you're going to thrive. I would love to see a very, very good, tight video and put on social media. Just don't put on TikTok because it's glorifying drinking, and they're gonna give us a warning.
Which one do you want me to put it on?
Put it on the gram. Put it on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't give a shit. You can put it on YouTube. People want to see that. You're talking titty coffee.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they want to see a road trip with us watching Willie Nelson, but I do think they want to see titty coffee.
Okay.
All
right. Yeah, I mean, titty anything people seem to want to see. So
yeah,
and I think $5 is a good price point.
Oh my gosh, I think you're under.
Well, it's gonna have Kahlua in it. It's gonna be tasty. I'm gonna be getting high on my own supply.
Just be careful. I know I sound like an old Italian mother, but be careful out there, honey. You know, Bourbon Street's not for the faint of heart. Not that I gotta tell you that.
No, this year nobody's wearing any jewelry or bringing any purses. Crime is high.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
Free titty coffee with Kahlua in it, Kev. What can go wrong on Bourbon Street?
Yeah. It's all good. Okay, well, we got some adventures coming our way. Thank you all for the emails. You can always send them to us, mail@kvjshow.com. Y'all have a good Thursday. We'll talk to you later. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.